everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
How are we?
How is everybody? I want to check in with you. Sit on my lap real quick.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tell me
Sounds
everything.
tasty.
Oh.
Well,
I had like 5 days off. I took like a mini stay-at-home vacation from work, and I go
Yeah.
back tomorrow.
I had off just today. Happy Yom Kippur to any of our Jewish friends out there listening if you celebrate.
Hello.
Happy Yom Kippur.
Jen brought us a very yummy desserts and pizza for the desserts.
yes.
Yes.
I brought chocolate babka.
Delicious.
It was
Just
delish.
really good,
fucking
right?
so fucking good.
And then an amazing chicken parm pizza.
Oh my god.
It's so good, right?
It's so fucking good. I swear to
I've been
God.
telling you for the longest time that I had to bring pizza from Enzo's. So
I know, and it was amazing. Hi Enzo's. If you want to sponsor this episode, we do take payments in the form of pizza.
Pizza payments.
Yeah, pizza payments.
And pizza payments. Thank
Yep.
you. I love pizza.
Pizza.
Okay.
Anyway.
I like
Well-
this pizza. Six and sons maybe. Headphones, but-
Listen, we saw someone performing a Rihanna song.
Kenny King. Hi, shout out Kenny King.
Hey, Kenny King.
Kenny King, we have to tell you something. If you're listening, we were just appreciating your beautiful TikTok performance of X in the air with
It's
an
a S&M.
yeah.
S&M by
Six songs may
Rihanna.
break my bones, but chains and works excite me. Like, it brought me back to a time in college where I was like going out, having some drinks.
Doing your
this
thing.
this was blasting at the club.
I was out of college when that song.
It was a
getting old.
time. It definitely was a time.
Wow. R.I.P. that time.
While we were talking about promoting pizza,
Yeah.
what is a promotion or a commercial that kind of sticks out in your mind?
Jen?
Mark,
That's I know it's a deep dive into
this
our
is
brains.
a really, really deep dive. I wasn't expecting this.
I guess for me, one of the most unusual advertisements I ever saw, it was a million years ago. I must have been probably 10 or 11, but it was one of those commercials to get you to stop smoking. The Truth.
Yeah.
It was something like
Was
that.
it the one with the voice box?
No, but I do know that one. It wasn't Truth. It was like some other anti-smoking campaign. What the jig of the commercial is that it was a morgue, and all of the morgue drawers were open with dead bodies on it, like body bags. And one by one, it would slam shut, like boom, 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 boom. It was like every hour, this many people die from cigarette smoking. And the last one, it's a point of view shot as if you're the body and and it's as if you're on the gurney. And then it slams into this dark hall, which is like the refrigerator. And then the thing slams shut.
I love
Scared the
it.
shit out
You
of me.
know, there kind of to piggyback off you. I remember there was a commercial. It was a teenage girl. Her dog starts talking to her, pretty much saying don't do drugs. I don't want to lose my best friend. It was really depressing.
Oh,
It was a drug infomercial.
yeah.
It might have been Dare or I don't know. I don't know who sponsored it, but I just remember the girl's in her kitchen. She's, kind of spaced out, and you just hear someone talking, and you look over, and it's her dog. Oh, supposed to be her, I guess, maybe tripping or hallucinating, but it's the dog pretty much trying to talk her out of doing drugs.
Or maybe the dog really could talk and just didn't want
I just
her to do
remember that
drugs.
being that's really depressing.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That is.
But that was one of the more bizarre ones that kind of comes to mind.
Off the top of my head, I think for me, I always just like the good old-fashioned Orbit's gum commercials.
Of course you would.
Don't call me that, you filthy lint liquor. Do you guys remember that one?
No.
It was like, dirty mouth, clean it up with some Orbit's gum.
Oh, yes. Okay, now I know what you're talking
Then they
about.
would go into this whole orchestrated situation, and I think it was I don't know.
Sometimes I don't realize what accent you're doing until after.
I remember what was it last holiday season? Old Navy had RuPaul in the commercials, and
RuPaul, you're an oil fracker.
but we still love you.
I know, such a sellout.
It's just
but we
so
love you
funny.
anyway.
Like, I know so many kids obsessed with RuPaul, and I want to be like,
Sit down, kids.
Let's sit down. I want to talk to you about something called oil fracking and global warming.
Yeah. Do you know that your beloved Drag Race TV show is ran by somebody who is going to make your Earth die sooner? Good luck.
But he's keeping drag alive. I was surprised because Old Navy is so American. A lot of the people that shop there are probably like, oh, God hates faggots. And then they have RuPaul. But they only ran like the promo like a very short amount of time.
And you said it was during the holiday season?
I think it was during holiday season.
Old Navy supports drag
And oil fracking.
and oil frackers.
What are we getting into tonight, Mark?
So basically, we're talking about advertisements.
See, Mark always gets the lighthearted ones.
Yeah.
You and I always go a little bit more grim.
Yeah, you just wait till my next one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till mine.
I've had my grim moments.
You have, but you always make it very wholesome, and I love it.
Yeah, I know. The levity.
You always have the wholesomeness
I know. It's very sweet.
to get murder, kidnapping, abduction,
Euthanasia.
euthanasia,
Titanic survivor.
Titanic survivor.
Yeah, and at the end of her 3 shipwrecks, she lived, which
Yeah.
is so nice. What a nice change.
Exactly.
Ta-da.
While we're talking about advertisements, this episode is about a specific ad that kind of appeared on printed flyers. This is rather bizarre because the imagery is quite unusual and dark. Have you guys ever heard of Bathe In My Milk?
I have.
I have.
Okay, so today's topic
Oh my god.
Today's topic is about one of my favorite flyer moments, which is called Bathe In My Milk.
This could go a lot of ways.
So everyone remove your clothing and we're gonna jump into this.
Get into this milky bathtub with us.
Get into
Oh my
this,
god.
this deep rabbit hole of milk.
We're going to
Deep
make a
milk
milkshake.
hole.
Milk.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yawn, and then like it's gonna
So let's go back in time a few years ago to late 2017.
So fairly recent.
Fairly recent. In late 2017, these bizarre printed flyers that were printed on 8.5 by 11 pieces of, white computer paper were popping up all over the city of Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Portland. These advertisements really left a lot of people intrigued, kind of laughing, or just flat out frightened. These flyers advertised a very strange service, which was the chance to get to bathe in a bathtub full of milk.
Of milk.
Sounds very conditioning to the skin.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, milk kind of grosses me out.
Yeah.
Like just the taste of it, kind of like gag. I don't ever remember my mom being like, "You have to drink a glass of milk every day,"
me
you know?
neither. Yeah, that's gross.
Like even just everyone's like, "Oh, I love milk with cookies." No.
Yeah, so this ad campaign or these advertisements offered you an opportunity to bathe in a bathtub of milk that happened to belong to this very mysterious silver-haired mature woman who is depicted in the photos in the ad quite often with deadpan, expressionless faces.
Yep.
Now, guys, just so you know on your listening end, we'll put together like a PowerPoint or a document with notes on it so we can all kind of like share and like look at it. Jen, I love your ability to analyze or critique or
Okay. All right.
describe.
So you want me to describe both of these
Yeah,
pictures?
can you describe 2 of the images
Okay,
for Bathe In My
so-
Milk?
The first one is the actual ad that in caps at the top in it looks like Arial font. Bathe in my milk. And then below is a colored image of this gray-haired woman that looks like she's in a long white nightgown, standing in front of a sink. And there's this old, bald, hairy man, little overweight with a pot belly, sitting in a tub of milk. There's 4 bullet points underneath that says, offer open to men only.
Oh.
Soy, almond, or traditional. Use my sponge. I will watch you. There's 2 little images on the side of those bullet points. One is of a woman. It's the same woman, right? And she is standing behind the tub this time, and there's a big black man in the tub. And then the other one is a close-up of her face. So it's the deadpan of her face. And at the bottom, it says, schedule an appointment at batheinmymilk.com. And then both pictures, the other pictures are just close-ups of the old, bald, hairy man with the pot belly in the tub. And then the woman standing behind the tub with the big black man. Now, it doesn't really, I'm not sure if it's a tub or not. It looks like it might be a refrigerator. Like, it looks like he's sitting inside of a refrigerator. Like an open refrigerator.
Bathe in my cold milk.
And the door
janky
is,
it looks.
And the door is gone. There's a towel that's behind them on a rack that looks like it's been used multiple times. There's some floral wallpaper where the wallpaper is starting to peel off the walls. There is a toilet seat that has brown stuff all around it.
Is it shit?
I don't know. I can't tell. Let me zoom in.
Might be calcified milk deposits.
And there's and there's like a rope at the bottom. There's a rope at the bottom. And then there is a shelf by the window that has open bottles, and there's a teapot with a pumpkin's face on it.
Where?
Here.
Can I see?
I'm like obsessed with Bathe in My Milk, and I've never seen the teapot till now. Thank you, Jen.
You're very welcome.
Observations by Jen Wilson. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so basically this flyer, it does direct you to the official website of batheinmymilk.com, which is still up and running, and you could see all of the fabulous images in this campaign. And you can also, I guess, apparently schedule an appointment time to bathe in her milk.
Oh, can we do it?
I guess so. I mean, I think it's all the rage on
you
Instagram.
both can. Wow. You both can because it's men only.
Oh my god,
it's very sexist.
that is.
It is, but you know what? I don't like milk, so
You don't wanna bathe in her milk?
You can keep the milk. You can take my milk.
Like
I wonder if like the milk is used like
over again.
over and over.
Well,
again.
I mean, almond milk isn't cheap.
I love almond milk.
I don't. I like oat milk.
I
that's
love
what I
almond
use,
milk.
yeah.
That's all I drink now with my coffee.
Yeah, me too.
that?
So aside from the service being advertised, these photos and these flyers obviously make this all the more strange. You have multiple images that are being used for these flyers.
Yeah.
They all feature men of different, sizes, ages, shapes, colors, sitting in a bathtub full of milk.
And the men also have deadpan faces too. Like they just
Yeah. And even the setting is really weird. It's kind of cringeworthy. Everything's dilapidated. You have this like outdated floral print wallpaper that's ripped up.
Yeah.
She's wearing a long white nightgown, which has stains going down it throughout. Like it looks very dirty.
yeah.
Very seedy.
Looks like something out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to know, what is her business plan to keep up this milk purchasing?
Yeah, I also want to know who does the market advertising.
Before we go further, Mark, I think you're more familiar with Bathe in My Milk.
I've bathed in her milk. No, I'm kidding. I haven't. I wish
that
I
why you
had.
look so beautiful?
Didn't you
Yeah,
both
thank
do
you.
that when you went out to California
We
that one
did.
time? You drove out to go bathe in milk?
We
Yeah.
did. There are photos. It's fine. Nicole Kidman was there, and it got weird.
Jen, do you think this is a real service? What are your thoughts so far on it?
Right now, I think it's just for shock value.
I mean, when I first saw this, I will say that I was genuinely curious. I thought that maybe it was more of an art thing.
A performance art or
Yeah,
something.
I thought
exactly.
too.
That was my thought process behind it.
I remember these images going around the internet.
Yes.
I don't remember what did this turn out to be.
Yeah, same.
It did get a lot of internet circulation, especially on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, all those forms of social media, and even certain news channels covered this, which I think is really cool.
That is.
But can we just talk about my favorite is use my sponge, I will watch you. So yes, this was circulating. People were seeing these flyers kind of nailed on like, phone poles. So it's like, okay, what the hell is all of this?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Where do I get to bathe in this milk?
Who are these people?
I
Like,
want to use her sponge.
where is her sponge?
Yeah.
And also, is this code for breast milk?
I mean, listen,
it could. There's
be.
people that have fetishes like that.
Yeah, I mean, can a woman of her age potentially make herself lactate?
Lactate? Who knows?
Can
But
you-
Science.
Can you lactate forever?
I don't think so.
I think there are some people with like a glandular.
I'm pretty
gross.
sure that after, I wouldn't know, but if there's any mothers out here listening, you can maybe confirm that there does come a time where you quote unquote dry out and there's no more milk left to feed your child.
I know. Well, my mom ran out when she was about 45, and I was still breastfeeding. So
I have been told that like you do deliver a child and you are like full with milk. Like apparently your breasts look fucking good.
full with
No, like I've heard people say before, like their boobs have looked the best
Juicy.
after having a child because they're so perky from the milk.
oh.
And then after a while, when you stop breastfeeding, it goes away.
So let's get back to our milk bath.
Yeah.
So these advertisements that kind of like, circulated in public opened up a lot of questions on the internet and everything. As much as I wish this was real, and I really wish to the gods that this was an actual service, it was all an elaborate prank and a semi-art piece by a man with the name of Alan Wagner.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Hi,
His
Alan.
name actually rings a bell. I feel like he's done something else before, too.
I think he's like a person now that does things.
We tried to get you on the podcast, Alan.
I know. I reached out to Alan via like Instagram and I was like, hey, I'm obsessed with Bathe In My Milk.
We want to bathe in your
We
milk.
want you to create a milk bath for us. And he did not respond. Well,
Let us know on
wanted him to be
Instagram
part of the podcast.
if you want to see us bathe in milk.
It's okay, Alan. Listen.
just the marks, because it's for men only.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll film.
Jen will be the cinematographer, director. But let us know if you want us to construct a bathtub in this room and we
Yeah.
can all bathe in it.
It'll be Jen's milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Bathe in Jen's milk.
Batheinjensmilk.com. We're competing now.
A little bit about Alan. From my research, I know that he is based in Los Angeles. His website claims that he creates videos and things.
Oh. And things. It's a
And
broad
things.
scope. I like it.
Yeah. He has aspirations of making movies and larger things.
Oh.
He claims, but this is what I'm doing right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing now. But this is 2017, so I'm sure he has evolved a lot more in his pursuits and career.
Yeah.
According to the New York Post, they actually did an article about Bathe In My Milk. They said that Wagner came up with this idea of Bathe In My Milk when a beverage company asked him to come up with a meme for a drink that would eventually go viral.
Oh,
Well, there
okay.
you go.
Well, his area of expertise
Yes.
seems to be marketing.
So he offered this concept, right? So like the Bathe In My Milk concept he offered for this drink, and they rejected it because they were just like, this is too fucking weird.
But we like weird.
We do.
We really do.
We do.
So
It's
he
a
was
thing.
like, okay. And I guess he like decided to move forward with it on his own and do this whole Bathe In My Milk campaign.
And it became viral.
Became
Yeah.
viral. What's really cool too is just like, the behind the scenes of this bizarre situation is, first of all, the entire bathroom was completely fabricated. He literally did this all from his garage at home.
He may have used a fridge.
Yeah. He
Well,
might
It
have.
might have been a fridge.
Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint you, but he actually used a bathtub.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
it looks like it looks like a refrigerator on
Fucking
its side.
Alan.
Probably because it wasn't installed properly.
Damn it, Alan.
Yeah, because
there you go.
I install bathtubs.
Yeah, we're bathfitter.com.
I
now.
know.
We did, remember the episode we did about the family that drowned?
Yes.
And I was telling you guys about pool installations.
Yeah, yeah.
So tub installation, pool installation. I do it all.
Foreshadowing.
So basically, like, he did this all in his garage. I think he had a budget of like $300. He went to Home Depot, got a bunch of bathroom shit, and then made it look grimy. And then he like cleaned it up and returned it. So we got his money back.
Okay.
And
Wow, Alan, go you.
Yeah.
And he also hired a bunch of actors. Either it was like people he got from like Craigslist or the internet or personal friends. He also stated that one of the guys showed up to this not knowing like what the hell he got himself into, and he showed up in like a nice suit.
I mean,
He
if
was
you're
like,
going
strip, baby, get in this milk.
as an actor, I can tell you right now, when you're going for an open call or an audition, of course you're going to go in dressed really nice because you want to look presentable. It's like going on an interview.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
You just
can
didn't
just
know.
only imagine what the description said on Craigslist and these like performance sites.
Oh, yeah.
Very vague.
Oh, yeah. Great role for aspiring actor.
We'll pay $20 in pizza.
Yeah.
Bathe In My Milk is not the only thing that he has done in terms of this whole bizarre, advertorial art / like comic creation. He's put together many different types of these advertisements featuring these bizarre services and messages while keeping with his very DIY Microsoft Word aesthetic with bizarre images. Another one that he did, it's called Found This Bird.
Found this bird. Tell us about Found This Bird.
Okay, so at the top in caps, again, it looks like it's in Arial font. Found this bird. And below it is a colored image of a pigeon.
Very cute.
And underneath it, in red, looks like Comic Sans. It's in bold. It says in caps, "Is this yours?" We have 3 bullets this time. No name tag. Yelled every name at it. Doesn't respond to any. Obeys no commands. In parentheses, very poorly trained.
Bad pigeon.
So then underneath is
Very poorly trained. I love that.
a box. Now this time in black Comic Sans that says, "Not going to hold onto your bird much longer." In red, "It is terrorizing my dogs and daughter." And then underneath, in italicized, a smaller font, "This is what I get for being nice for once." On the
once.
side, next to the box, is a picture of a little girl, and underneath it just says, "My daughter." The bottom, "See pics of bird and contact me soon." ClaimThisBird.net.
ClaimThisBird.net.
All of these websites are active websites.
I love it.
So it's like, not only is he putting together these conceptual, hilarious advertisements,
It's an actual
it's an
website.
actual website. The next one takes a little bit of a darker turn, but it's still
We love
fucking
dark.
hilarious. So with this one, we're actually going to patch in the phone call because it's a little bit more interactive. But before we utilize this phone service, another one of his things is called "I Can Remove Blood Stains." So that's like another one of his services. Jen, again, take it away.
Take it away,
Describe
Jen
the
Wilson.
ads that we have.
So at the top in blue caps, it looks like Arial font again. "I can remove," and then in red, "blood stains." And then it looks like they took a marker and underlined the bottom of "I can remove blood stains."
Oh.
This time there are 2 boxes, so 2 images, and the first on the left-hand side is a man in a plaid shirt, and it looks like he's like bowing to the floor. His
He's like-
forehead is on the
Yeah,
floor.
he's on all fours.
He's on all floors, and there's just this big hot, and there's this big red dark blood stain as he's on all fours.
It's like a white carpet.
It's a white carpet.
And
And
he's
then
wearing
underneath,
khakis.
Is that
and a
his stain?
Dad flannel
and
shirt.
then underneath, there is an arrow pointing to the next picture. And he looks up at the camera on all fours in his flannel and khakis. And it just says at the bottom, it's gone. So then we
Oh
go
my
back
God.
to our bullet points.
But
this
his
time.
mouth is covered in blood.
So
Oh, ew.
we go down to this blue box that has 3 bullet points, and next to the bullet points is a zoom in of the picture of his face with the blood around his mouth. And it says, works best when it's fresh, so call immediately.
Ew.
A little trick my aunt taught me. Works for blood only. No other bodily juices or oils.
Ew.
I'm waiting for your call. ... 724-307-5774.
Is that the number we're calling?
Yeah. And also, I like the fact that the white carpet is clean and there's no more blood on it. So you
Yeah.
know that the service actually works.
It did,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to call the number and see what happens.
Hot.
Hello, I can remove blood stains. I can remove blood stains. I can remove blood stains.
He can remove blood stains. Oh. Oh, I love the heavy breathing. It's so
I can
hot.
remove blood stains. Please leave a message after the tone.
We're going to leave a message.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I heard you can remove blood stains, you filthy little piggy.
And I have a big stain on my white carpet that needs to be removed.
And I just took a milk bath. In case you don't know who we are, we're a podcast called Bizarre Buffet.
Hello.
I think it came from my pigeon.
Your pigeon is so disruptive.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm really tired of this pigeon wrecking Jen's life.
But if you can just give us a call back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
would be
would love to
great.
hear
Because
from you.
it just happened, and I know it said fresh blood only.
Absolutely.
So it just happened, and we need you now.
Yeah, and we're going to
Show us the trick that your aunt showed us.
Your aunt. I
But
bet
we're-
she was so hot.
But we're doing an episode about you and all of your great
are.
services and your beautiful flyers.
And we just
Yeah.
want to tell you we really admire the work that you do.
We do.
Yeah.
We love it.
We
And
love your work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? We urge you to call area code 973-969-1001, and that's a life coach who's a psychic.
And also,
she'll-
you can follow us on Bizarre Buffet.
Yeah,
We would love
Instagram.
yeah.
We're a podcast and we love you.
that. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, clean my blood stain.
Wow.
Wow, that's so nice.
I hope you got that voicemail.
I hope so.
I hope he
I do too.
loves it.
Yeah, I hope so.
So isn't that weird?
It is,
It's
and
kind of
I've
creepy.
always loved seeing performance art pieces like that.
Yeah.
Where you think it's real, and I just love that type of shit.
Me too. Things that make you think,
Oh yeah, for sure.
right?
Well, I think it's interesting because I know with Wagner, his take is that he wants to expand comedy to be a little more like thought provoking. He wants it to be more interactive. And I think that like what he's doing is that he is making it a little bit more
and
interactive.
The other
Yeah.
thing too is like as a comedian, like I can tell you, like they tell us in improv, the truth comes out. Like the truth is in comedy. Like
Yeah.
that's where you are going to find the humor is in the truth behind it.
Yeah.
And there are people out there that have fetishes like this where
Yeah.
they just sit in a bath with this silver-haired woman in a soiled nightgown standing behind them deadpan.
I mean-
so like you have people with these bizarre fetishes, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like it gives you like it makes you take a double take.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it forces people to look at things in different ways.
Oh, for sure.
What I really enjoy is the interacting and like the advertisements for it.
Yeah,
And it kind of reminds me a bit of what Angeline had did, and then also the founders of Ask Carol Ann.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was
Together,
about
Carol Ann
to.
from Poltergeist.
Yeah, I was about
the,
to say.
the founders of Ask Carol Ann are just brilliant.
Oh, well, listen, we're once again the trio over here. We work well together. You should probably, mention a little bit since it relates to this episode topic.
There is another art series out there. It's basically about the little girl, Heather O'Rourke, who played Carol Ann in Poltergeist Part 1, 2, and 3.
This is true.
The whole art idea behind it is what if she remained alive as a little
TV.
girl, stuck in the TV in current times. She has an Instagram account.
And you can actually call her.
You can actually call her and she'll speak to you.
And you can leave her a voicemail, and you can be featured on a segment on Instagram where Carol Ann will actually answer your questions and give you real life advice.
It's true. And the phone number that you heard us reference when we left the voicemail, 973-969-1001, is actually that phone number.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for all of you listening, Ask Carol Ann was something Mark and I started working on.
It's really about us.
But then Jen Wilson came in as a writer-contributor for the documentary.
Performer.
Yeah.
Wait, can you tell everyone where to find the documentary about Carol Ann from Poltergeist?
Absolutely. For those of you, fun fact about your Bizarre Buffet crew over here, we have a documentary, and it's on YouTube. It's called Ask Carol Ann, America's Haunted Sweetheart, and you can see
Riveting.
it's a fine piece of work. It was actually accepted into a film festival, an official selection.
And it was also rejected from the Kosovo Film Festival.
Yes,
Yes, it
I know.
was.
We take more pride.
We take more pride in the
And-
rejection, for sure.
So, the Kosovo Film Festival said, Kosa no. We were all very proud of that.
We did that like right at the beginning of COVID, too.
We did.
We did that like right at the beginning of the pandemic when everything shut down, because I remember filming it up in my little attic apartment when I was at that attic apartment at the time.
That I had never
And
even been to at
you
that point
never-
in time.
You never went to it.
I was outside of it. I was
You
never
were outside of it,
yet.
but yeah, you weren't missing much. I just remember I was really bored. I was getting cabin fever. I was by myself. I was miserable. And then Mark texts me one night and says, can you do us a favor and just do a confessional for us for a Carol Ann documentary and just talk about Carol Ann? And I was like, so like you're just telling me to create any random character and just ramble on about Carol Ann? And he said, yeah. And that's where I came in. And I've also made some other appearances on Instagram.
You have. Jen has contributed. She's been multiple characters in the Carol Ann universe. Well, characters. That is... Oh, they're all part of us, right? As they say. Bubbles. Bubbles was a character.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, there was Bubbles.
Where I applied lipstick all over my face.
Oh my God, it was the best thing ever.
I think I still have that somewhere. I'll have to look it up.
Oh my God, I know. We have so many.
I played myself.
Yeah, you did. You played yourself in it. And we started working on another project.
Which we have to get back into.
And we're continuing the Carol Ann from Poltergeist franchise.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot. Before
Listen,
we did this.
we are struggling artists. What you should do is donate to our Patreon if you are so inclined to do so.
Absolutely. We just clued you in on other creative content now.
We will actually, our Patreon's good because we provide you guys with content that is a little more unusual
And if you
exclusive.
Yeah.
if you pay the highest tier, you get a glam shot of me.
Oh my God.
And
it's gonna be
only
beautiful.
me.
That's right. And autographed also.
An autographed glam shot of Jen Wilson.
That's right. From Bizarre Buffet and Ask Carol Ann. So, if anyone is curious, where can they find this artist Wagner and his content?
So you can follow him on Instagram, and his Instagram handle is True Wagner. And you can see more of his work. And then you could also go on batheinmymilk.com.
Oh God.
They
can't
have
wait.
t-shirts, and I'm getting one.
We should get one and do a photo shoot, the three, because we still haven't done a photo shoot for Bizarre Buffet.
Oh my God, I know.
You're right. We need a
All right, so
professional.
let's get.
Bathe
All
in
right,
My
so
Milk.
let's get on those Bathe in My Milk shirts,
Yeah.
and then we'll do a photo shoot.
If anyone wants to donate them to the Patreon.
And if there's anyone that's a photographer out there that wants to take some dope pictures,
Good photographer. I don't want no fucking iPhone shit.
yeah, no, we want a professional.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of bathe in my milk, it should be like bathe in Bizarre Buffet.
Bathe in my bizarre.
Bathe in My Bizarre Buffet.
Oh,
Bathe in our podcast.
that's
Where
right.
can people find us?
Oh, well, they can find us on Instagram
Where
at
can't you find us?
Bizarre Buffet.
That's right. We're on Twitter and Facebook at Bizarre Buffet. You
Subscribe
can-
to us
yeah.
on Apple Podcast, please, and leave us
And
a comment.
a rating, a review, a comment. YouTube, you can view this episode.
And you can see
You can
what we
actually
look
see
like.
our faces and watch us interact with each other with this beautiful poster above my head of
That's
Bob
right.
Fosse's Star 80.
That's right. A story about Dorothy Stratton,
Mm-hmm.
a murdered playmate.
Maybe another episode we'll do down the line.
Yeah.
I just, you know what? Can we switch it out and put Grey Gardens on top?
I mean, we could.
I want Edie Beale.
You want Edie?
I want Edie Beale over my head.
Well, you know what?
Mark and I are.
We're in the process of
We're
redecorating
actually going to
the
redo this
studio.
room and make it look.
Well,
better.
remember, I promised that I'm going to officiate your wedding dressed as Edie Beale.
That's
so,
right.
That's awesome.
Patreon video content.
with that being said, I'm the bloodstain on the carpet.
And I'm the bathtub that people bathe in milk in.
And I'm the old lady that'll watch you with my sponge.
Oh,